Hi, this is Steve. Welcome back to Scale Model Kit Review. In this video, I continue to build the Ghostbusters Ecto-1. I am on issue 11. Now, on issue 11, we have 4 stages, 35, 36, 37, and 38. We're going to concentrate on 35 with this video. Now, in 35, we assemble the battery compartment, and that's part of the fuel tank. So without further ado, let's get started. Welcome back. Let's look at issue 11 magazine, and we'll concentrate on stage 35 with this video. And if you haven't done so already, head over to Eagle Moss and subscribe to this car today. It's fantastic and you won't regret it. So stage 35, we will be assembling the battery box, which is made up of the fuel tank underneath the chassis there. And of course in stage 36 we'll assemble the steering wheel and control column for the steering wheel itself. And stage 37 we will assemble the dashboard lower panel along with the brake pedal. And then stage 38 we get the beginning of our wires, and I believe the only wiring that we're going to put in on that stage is the brake pedal switch. So moving on, since we're going to be building stage 35, it's the battery box. So we have just a few steps involved here. Looks pretty nice, pretty easy to do. We have an on and off switch that needs to go in for that also. And this magazine has quite a bit involved with the articles in it, so you get a lot of bang for your buck in this one. So we're featured here Richard Edlund, the big boss after founding visual effects house Base Film Studios in 1983. Richard Edlund took on a challenging first project in the form of Ghostbusters. So there it is there. Got quite a few pages to read here. Building the studio and such. And then the next article is about Jennifer Runyon. As a female student who takes part in Peter Venkman's rigged ESP test, Jennifer Runyon shared in one of the film's funniest scenes, and it was pretty funny. I laughed my head off about that one. And Ron Croce, concept art. So there's always concept art involved with a lot of these movies, and this is some fantastic art here. And the PKE meter, right? The handheld instrument used to locate ghosts by tracking their psychokinetic energy, was built using the redressed shoe polisher. Very cool there. And then Ecto 101 features number 11, Isaac Asimov. So all of his science fiction books. Then we have a preview of the parts coming in issue 12. Alright, so let me get the parts out for stage 35. I'll be right back. And for stage 35, we received all the components for the battery box. So I'll go ahead and take these out and we'll get a closer look at them. And here's a close-up of the parts, and you can see we received the 2 halves of the fuel tank. They are made of plastic. And the internal workings for the battery compartment with the cover and the snap-on, snap-off lid for the battery, access to the batteries. The straps are really cool, and they're made of, they're kind of a rough finish to them, but they are metal, so that's very cool. So these straps hold the gas tank in, and the screws we received BM, EM, and IP. So let's get started. So in step 1 we assemble the battery box. Pay attention to how you do this. This is the opening side for the battery, and here's the battery compartment. So obviously they go together. The instructions show this little tab on top because the other side does not have that. That's going to go on top here just like that. And we're going to go ahead and secure this down with IP screws. Yep, going together very nicely. And one more. And that's how that looks there. Looks good. Now we're going to put the gas tank on top of it. Need to feed our wires through a hole there on top. And then we line this up. See the notches there on the sides, on the bottom? We have a notch there and a notch on the other side. They will just simply line up, just like that. Four more IP screws go into this. And one more to go. And there you go. And you can see our wires are exposed here because they need to be installed on the chassis. Turn this over, see what that looks like there. Looks good. Now we'll go ahead and put the cover on. The cover just snaps in place. You can see how that is. Has a little snappy thingy there. And just like that. That looks like a gas tank. Very cool. Very cool. Now to bring over the chassis. Alright, now we've got to put this cover on. It has 3 matching holes and an alignment pin right there. So we're going to put that down on top there. It's lined up. Now we need to flip it over and put 3 IP screws into it. It's a big car to have to flip over a lot with, but that's okay. I don't mind one bit. And we'll put these IP screws in. And 2 more. Perfect. Alright, so we're going to put the fuel tank in next. We need to make sure we feed our wires through this hole, which we will do. So flip this over again. And these will line up, these 4 holes will line up on these tabs here. So you need to put these wires through first. And should just go down. There we go. There, once you get one lined up, the rest will fall through. Make sure all my wires are pulled through like they should be. Good. And we put our straps on next. Just like a real car, you have these very cool straps. They take BM screws. Very cool. And the next strap over there. Just the attention to detail on this is fantastic. I'm really enjoying this. Very cool. And the straps are in. Looks great. Okay, next we're going to put our switch in. And if you look here, the switch is actually going to be exposed right there on the underside, but we install it from the top. So we need to flip this over. And this part goes to the front, and this switch, this is what I use to lubricate the holes when I'm putting screws in the metal. It's safe to use. It's not machine oil or anything like that. Won't hurt you when it gets on your skin. Okay, so put that back in. And try these again. Yeah, much better. Yep. And that's all we do for stage 35. We installed our fuel tank / battery compartment, and I think it looks fantastic. We also have our on and off switch for the electronics. So that looks great. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the bell for all video notifications. Head over to Eagle Moss and subscribe to this car today. It's fantastic. Happy modeling, everybody, and take care.